All right, everyone. Today we're going to be checking out the official Sid Meier Civilization 7 official gameplay showcase. I'm really excited. Been a big fan of the Civilization series for years. Really excited to see what this latest installment's going to offer us. I haven't seen this yet. I haven't seen anything. I've been carefully avoiding spoilers all day. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it and see what this new edition has in store. So here we go. Getting some build up to the narrator. The narrators in the previous games have been very good. Very satisfying voices. The next epic voice narrator in Civ 7. Let's see who we got.
Throughout our history, ordinary people have done extraordinary things. Illuminating our potential. And
This is a really different look.
Ordinary people chose to change the world, chose to dream, to build.
I like how there's the one grand overseer kind of watching everything that's happening.
And if there's hope for one of us, there's hope for us all. Now it's your turn to reimagine civilization and build something you believe in.
Alright, so that must be the narrator's voice. I don't know her personally, but it sounded good to me. We should be hopefully getting into trailer and then gameplay maybe.
3 decades later, it's because of your passion, your love for Civ, that we're still here today.
They have his chair and a
every
little
game of
glass
Civ,
case.
You've gone on a journey to build an empire to stand the test of time. And now the journey continues. Prepare to take just one more turn on February 11th, 2025, when we launch Civilization 7 across PC and consoles.
That's a lot sooner than I was expecting. You know, they said, yeah, 2025. I'm like, okay, they're probably going to go midsummer, or they're going to go, you know, it could even be end of 2025. I didn't want to get my hopes up after, you know, a lot of games I've been following just get delayed and delayed. But that's like, what, 4, 5, 6 months? That's awesome. That is so cool.
All on day one for the first time in franchise history. This is by far the biggest, the most ambitious game we've ever made at Firaxis. It represents a significant gameplay evolution for the Civ franchise, and it's a game we plan to support for many years to come. Today, you'll learn about the vision for the game, the driving force that inspired our biggest new feature. You'll see your Civ world brought to life like never before, and you'll discover why Civilization 7 promises to be a revolutionary new chapter in this franchise that we all love so dearly. Please enjoy.
I got a little excited, so I missed. Did they say all available on day one?
You select a civilization led by a famous historical leader and guide your Civ's journey across the entire span of human history. You shape your empire piece by piece.
It all looks so much like so detailed compared to previous games. We'll see. I guess we're not even to the gameplay yet, but it's looking very promising.
From what technologies you want to research to what civics you want your society to uphold.
This time around, we want to take you on a new journey.
For the first time ever, in Civilization 7, the story of your empire isn't just that of a single Civ, but several connected together through time.
Ooh.
At the dawn of each new age of human advancement, you'll select a new Civ to represent your empire. You'll build on and carry forward your previous achievements while unlocking new gameplay bonuses to reinforce or pivot your strategy. And by the end, you'll have forged a unique path through history. To show you what we mean, let's take you through the story of one such empire.
Okay, so we're gonna actually be able to, so instead of just picking a thing, it's like maybe you don't get your bonuses till later. I guess you must get a lot of smaller bonuses and you can kind of pivot. That's really cool. It's gonna add a lot of dynamic choices to the game, I think. I'm excited to see how this works. Here we go, finally to the first look.
To discover what treasures and dangers lie beyond, a brave scout begins to survey and map the
I
surrounding
really like the
lands.
new fog of war effect.
As our population grows, a new granary is built to store food for hungry mouths. Its location decided, a new district is formed, and construction begins. Our city continues to grow.
So it looks like they've kept the unstacked city mechanics from Civ 6. It almost looks like they might have unstacked it more, because the granary definitely used to be a city center thing. So I wonder if you're going to be able to, you know, manage different buildings outside the capital besides just the districts. It almost sounds like they've unstacked it even more, but I guess we'll see.
More urban and rural developments spring forth. With a deft hand, our scout travels along a navigable river. Their tenacity is rewarded with the discovery of a breathtaking series of waterfalls.
Just that one change of adding navigable waterways is going to make such a change to, like, the strategy of moving troops and stuff. Previously, rivers were always annoying as you're trying to cross them and whatnot, but if you can sail up them, that's going to change a lot of the strategies, I think.
Perhaps in the future, this town will grow large enough to specialize and gain its own identity as a city.
I wonder if there's actually a specialized mechanic.
A great army is raised, led by formidable commanders who spur our forces quickly across the land. Spears and arrows make way for iron swords and armor. The battles are fierce.
Wow.
We emerge victorious.
The burning looks way better.
But the challenges of this age have shaken our mighty Egyptian empire to its core. The world changes. We feel the pages of history turn as the age of antiquity comes to a close. A new age of human advancement approaches. The age of exploration.
Sorry, I'm laughing. I've always thought it was funny to consider yourself playing through the civilization and being like, oh yes, well, ancient times are over, but like it's the present. I've just always thought that is amusing.
A new age brings forth new challenges and new opportunities. New technologies to research. New resources to acquire. New lands to explore. A new age begins. Will you follow a path set by history? Or will you pivot and forge something anew?
So it almost looked like back a little bit there was a legacies thing where even in the same civ your legacies are going to be customizable and then you pivot to the new civilization. This is a really unique idea, like from the Civilization series, of your civilization becoming something instead of just your civilization being something, and you know, building the empire but having the civ fix. This idea of the civ evolving I think is really neat.
What kind of empire will you make? What strategies will you pursue? The future is yours to create. In Sid Meier's Civilization VII.
Okay, so we're gonna get a deep dive into how the ages works. This is gonna be good.
Every age is designed to be like a historical sandbox, as a way to really immerse yourself in that time. Almost everything inside an age is exclusive to that age. That includes things like which technologies and civics you can research, what resources are available to be gained, which independent powers surround you, to even things like gameplay systems and civilizations, all unique to that age.
That really makes me wonder, like, so if you have a rough ancient era and you miss a tech, is that just you're locked out of it now and you're just at a permanent disadvantage? It's really interesting I mean, that might solve the problem of like if you're, once you get ahead, you're just ahead for the rest of the game. But it's interesting. I'm excited to see where it goes with that. And it does sound like they're going to answer one of my other questions if later leaders are age specific, which it sounds like they are. So I guess we'll see.
Having unique civs for each age is something we're really excited about.
Every age can be played on its own or woven together into a full campaign.
Interesting.
In past games, civs and leaders were always tied together and came as a package deal. Leaders are now selected independently from civilizations. You can now mix and match unique parts of different civs and leaders, unlocking all new strategic combinations, staying true to Civ's spirit of experimentation.
I did kind of wonder if they were going to do something like that, because they've really kind of, with Civ 6, been experimenting with this the whole time of like kind of separating out the leader ability and the civilization ability. And especially in some of the later stuff, they really added a lot of like China, for example, has like, what is it, 3 or 4 different people you can play, all with different bonuses. I did wonder if some of that was testing for how we're going to handle Civ 7, and it looks like, yeah, we're then going to implement that, kind of decouple them. So that's neat.
For players who want to stick to more historical pairings, a useful indicator will appear on the Civ selection screen.
We're also excited to have new leaders in areas such as philosophy, religion, science, and more.
Having leaders stay the same.
They put Ben Franklin in this game. It's looking up. This is looking great.
Across ages helps bring a sense of who you're playing against in Civilization 7. It also gives you the opportunity to keep the theme of evolution going. As your empire evolves from one age to the next, it's important that your leader grows as well. All leaders now have attributes that can further specialize their skills. We cannot wait for you to discover your new favorite leader in Civilization 7.
I really like the idea of having like progress on the leaders, kind of tying it together, because previously it's like you picked them and then most of the perks came with the Civ. The leader had like one thing and they did not evolve. Your government did, your civilization did, but the leader was pretty stagnant. So I actually think that's cool. We're really letting a lot of different pieces move, and that's, if it all works, it's going to be cool.
We're hoping
really
the players
good.
can look into this game, see the diametric detail on this, and tell their own stories that they've never told before.
That nobody else is doing, and nobody but Firaxis can do.
That shot with all the buildings, it looks like they've put in, I've been noticing in some of these shots, they've put in a lot of work to kind of break up the hexagons. And it looks like you've got buildings in these 2 hexes, and there's buildings kind of tiling in between them. And it looks like they've worked really hard. So instead of this looking like a massive sea of hexes, stuff is on weird angles and stuff is like more organic looking. And I think it's come together for a really good effect.
Firaxis takes its representation of different cultures in Civ 7 very seriously. Language is a critical part of civilization.
There's Ben Franklin again.
It's how people tell their story.
And we're excited to share that Chris Tin, who composed the Grammy Award-winning theme Baba Yetu for Civilization 4 and the main theme for Civilization 6, is returning for Civilization 7.
That is
and
a really
we cannot
good
wait
theme.
for you to hear it.
As we welcome Civ 7 into the Civ family, I think back to the legacy of Civilization, the 30 years of development, refinement, iteration, exploration, of the millions of players that have contributed, of the billions of hours that have been played. I'm so proud to be here for this moment, welcoming Civ 7 into the family. February 11th, 2025 isn't too far away. We're excited to be taking this journey with you.
Ooh. Build something you believe in. February 11th. And then this looks like kind of just some wind down shots. It looks great. I'm excited for this game now. You know, it's always one of those, well, how's it gonna be? You know, what's it gonna have? It's looking promising. There's some things that, you know, we didn't hear mentioned. Religion wasn't really discussed at all. I don't know how they're gonna handle that this time. They didn't talk about the World Congress and stuff. I really would like to see some of the environment stuff returning. I wouldn't be surprised if that ended up being stuff that came later on, but the graphics look great, gameplay looks really good. The way they've chose to handle the different eras seems like it's really going to change the game, make it more dynamic, more interesting. And overall, I'm excited for this game. It'll be good to see what else they come up with and what else they let us know as we count down the 6 months to release. But yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. We'll be back with more Civilization content. We'll be streaming Civ 6, doing the monthly challenges, and we'll be staying up to date on the Civ 7 news. So if you want to be up to date, make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye.